Hey there, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for joining me. I hope your week has been pleasant so far, even though we're only on Tuesday. But, anyways, welcome. Okay, so today's reading is what will your next meeting, your next encounter with them be like? The person on your mind, the person that you're asking about, okay? And we do have 4 groups. We have group 1, the blue apatite crystal. Group 2, the black obsidian. Group 3, we have the citrine crystal. And for group 4, we have the peacock's orb crystal, okay? So group 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you do want to take a moment to pause the video so that you can choose your group, feel free. But I shall see you all in your readings. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the first group, this here blue apatite crystal, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what will your next encounter, what will your next meeting with them be like? Okay, so we have the King of Cups upright, in reverse, and we also have the Seven of Cups in upright, sorry. So I'm just going to clarify a few things before I start waffling. So it feels like during your next encounter, your next meeting with this person, they won't be emotionally available to you. This may not be due to external circumstances, but because of something that happened within your connection, maybe something that was, done, or something that was said, or something that they feel or think you did. Maybe even them projecting a little bit for some of you. But this person, it feels like they won't be able to meet your emotional needs this next time you see them. For some of you, this could be because they are busy, so they will seem more unavailable than usual. So you may be emotional during this next encounter, but it feels like they may ignore the fact that you are emotional. It may not be malicious or being done with malicious intent. It could be due to other things they are dealing with, but altogether it feels like they are going to be quite withdrawn. And it feels like you will definitely be bothered by this, but I don't see you begging for their attention either, or fighting for their attention. Some of you here, you may want to react or act in an immature way towards this person, maybe by being maybe by taking your love away from them, your affection away from them, maybe saying something harsh, maybe being rude. For some of you, this immaturity could be more so about being naive and too trusting. So you're definitely being encouraged to either take the high road or to be discerning when it comes to this person, okay? So if you feel the need to retaliate, you're definitely being encouraged not to. And if you're thinking of being too trusting with this person, you're being encouraged not to either, okay? And to just be discerning, to just trust yourself, okay? For some of you here, please only take this if it resonates. But the next time you see them, you may get a whiff of this person being dishonest, cheating in some way. For some of you, maybe having an affair. You're definitely being, guided to trust your intuition. But there's definitely this element of this person hiding something. I'm not sure if they're being withdrawn because they are hiding something, so definitely trust yourself. Like if something feels off, even if there's no like physical evidence of it, you're definitely being encouraged to trust it, okay? And I feel like if you were to ask the right questions or ask them, certain questions, they may start to get a little anxious, and it's because they are hiding something. And it for some of you, it definitely doesn't have to be anything about an affair or a cheating, but they are hiding something, okay? And for some of you, it also feels like they're kind of trying to play dumb a little bit the next time you see them. It's like you can ask them a question and they'll be like, "What? What? Like, what are you talking about? Like, don't act stupid, okay?" So for some of you, it feels like they are kind of, I don't know if playing games is the right word, but they're definitely either trying to downplay something or play stupid, okay? It feels like they'll be very confusing the next time you see them, unfortunately. You may get the vibe that they are keeping their options open depending on who you're asking about. Definitely trust your gut. It feels like they will treat you with uncertainty, you know? It feels like they may treat you like you're an option, even for some of you guys. Yeah, it feels like they will treat you like they're not sure about you, not sure about what you said. They may treat you like you're just anybody to them and not, someone special. Like, say, for example, again, depending on your situation, say you've, been feeling a good vibe between you both. It feels like the next time you see them, it will leave you thinking whether or not you just imagined there being a thing between you both. And it feel like you'll question whether your feelings for them are or were being reciprocated. Like this person, they may be a bit rude, or you'll leave the next meeting, next encounter thinking they were quite rude or maybe even dismissive. Please only take this if it resonates, but for some of you during this next encounter, they'll be proud of you for, it feels like, for not getting angry or not getting frustrated or not letting your temper or your feelings get the best of you, maybe in this, situation or the circumstance or the environment that you both are in. And they may be proud of you because I don't know, again, I don't know if they're doing something intentionally to frustrate you, but you could feel frustrated during this next meeting. And it feels like there's this sense of pride for the way you handled it, from this person's perspective. So for some of you here, during your next encounter with this person, they may not take your side. They may not hear your side or hear you out in some way. That could definitely add to the frustration. But it feels like they're going to treat you in an impartial way where it's like they're treating you as if, yeah, in an impartial way. Yeah, in a neutral way where it's like there's nothing special, happening between you both. Or that you guys don't have a significant connection or had a significant connection. So yeah, your next meeting with them, it could be a bit disappointing. But with this Ten of Swords coming out, yeah, it may be a disappointment, but it could put an end to something that needs to be ended for some of you, depending on who you're asking about. Yeah, but there is this element of them acting as if something isn't a big deal when it could be to you. Okay, so clarified by the Three of Swords, Eight of Wands in reverse. For some of you here, again, depending on who you're asking about, the next time you see this person, they may tell you, or you may get the vibe that this person has moved on from you, is ready to move on from you. Maybe they're, entertaining other people, other relationships, again, depending on who you're asking about. So we have internet, embrace the fact that you are the world. Yeah, during this next encounter, they will still feel connected to you, but they won't act like it. And it feels like they won't do anything about it either, even if they do feel is the right word. Yeah, they still feel connected to you, but they may not do anything about it. We have life purpose. It feels like after your next encounter with this person, you will then decide to focus on yourself, focus on your life's purpose, or after your next meeting with this person, it could be completely irrelevant or separate from the situation, but it does feel like this next meeting somehow aligns you more with another life purpose of yours, or a purpose that you're already trying to go towards. Okay. And I feel like, was it think deeper about this person? And I feel like your next encounter, it's like if you were only seeing things in like from one dimension when it comes to this person, it feels like you will be seeing like much more layers of this person, or you'll get a deeper understanding of this person, maybe where you're at with this person. So it feels like during this next encounter, they will admit they were wrong about what? I don't know. They will admit they were wrong about their feelings. What are their feelings for you? This could be towards you. It could be related to something else as well. For some of you, they may admit they were wrong about moving too quickly with you. This could also be about something you are more aware of. So during this next encounter, they may end up making excuses, and it feels like you won't want to hear them out. It feels like you won't want to hear any excuses that they may have. For some of you, it's like you may want to talk about something more, maybe meaningful, maybe in terms of your connection to this person, but it feels like they will be maybe waffling on about something else, something that could be completely irrelevant. Like imagine someone trying to change the subject. So there could be an energy of that going on the next time you see them. And there is also a message that the next time you see them, you may feel like you were wrong about them. What about them? I'm going to see if I can clarify that for some of you. This could be in terms of honesty. Like you could say to yourself, okay, I was wrong. This person, about this person being an honest person, maybe about them being an open book. This could be also about emotional attachment. So yeah, they're what is that word? It's like your, for some of you, it's like your impression of this person. It could really change, unfortunately, the next time you see them. So during your next encounter with this person, you may leave. They even may leave thinking that there has been a lot left unsaid between you both. Again, because it doesn't feel like, I don't know if there is a need for you and this person to get down to the nitty gritty, but it just feels like there's this energy of avoidance, and you may not be fulfilled, or feel fulfilled in terms of the conversation that you both have with one another. So yeah. So yeah, there is this energy of maybe feeling like this person is pulling away from you the next time you see them. So there is also this energy of maybe you walking away from this next meeting saying to yourself that shit, maybe I am too good for this person. They may even insinuate that you're too good for them too. We have you've got me all wrong. So yeah, during this next meeting, you may feel as though you've made a mistake about this person. This could definitely be in terms of trust. We also have move on. So please take what resonates, but this person, the next time you see them, you may get the feeling that they are moving on, that they have moved on. For others of you, during this next encounter, you may actually realize that you're the one that has moved on. Um, do you have any more? But yeah, there could also be a realization that you need to move on. And finally, we have sit on my face. Please only take this if it resonates, but for some of you during this next encounter, they may want you to like be suffocating when it comes to them. Maybe they kind of want you to chase them a little bit even, but you're being encouraged not to, okay? But that is all I have. I do hope it could resonate, make sense, be helpful, but I'm wishing you the best. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this black obsidian crystal, then this reading is for you, okay? So the person on your mind, what will your next encounter with them be like? So we have Six of Wands upright, and we have the Sun upright. So your next encounter with the person on your mind, it feels like they'll be quite egotistical the next time you both encounter one another. It feels like they'll definitely be feeling themselves a little bit. They may even feel like you're putting them on a pedestal, or they already feel like you put them on a pedestal, and it feels like they'll kind of be acting accordingly. Yeah, so if you've already put them on a pedestal, it feels like they'll be acting up to the part, doing a little too much. But I do have to say, this all feels like it's in love and in fun, and it's not coming across in a way where they kind of expect you to kiss their ass or anything, or worship the ground they walk on. This whole them being a little bit big-headed, and extra confident, it feels loving, it feels playful from both of you. So they may tell you how attractive they find you. They may be very open and expressive the next time you see them. It feels like they'll be receiving a lot of attention, attraction from other people, so their head is going to be feeling extra big that day. But again, it does all feel like it's in jest, in banter. But it will be good time and good vibes the next time you both see one another. It feels like it will be a successful encounter, regardless of how it pans out, it will go well for both of you. During this next encounter, they may also tell you, be expressive about how they feel about you. But yeah, you'll both feel quite confident in each other. This person, they may have achieved something by the time this encounter comes about. And it feels like you'll be very proud of them and you'll celebrate them, celebrate with them. Yeah, it feels like you'll both be very supportive and uplifting of each other, but especially you towards them. Depending on who you're asking about, this message could be for very, very few of you, but during this next encounter, it's possible that you will see that they are in a strong relationship. You may not be happy, but you'll accept it and finally move on. But again, that is not for everyone. Um, but yeah, your next encounter with this person will be very passionate, very expressive, but not in a sexual way. It feels like, yeah, just to double check. But yeah, it feels like they will share their feelings with you about you and about other things as well. But you may be more reserved, like you may be on the more reserved side, especially maybe in terms of your feelings. But the energy overall, it feels really positive and progressive in a way. Like there is an energy of moving forward, whether that be, as individuals or together. But the next encounter will be very fun. You'll feel more confident about yourself and the connection you have with them as well. This next encounter definitely feels like you both will be out and about. They may take you on a date or they may ask you on a date during this next encounter as well. But yeah, it all feels very lovely, very sweet. Okay, what are we doing now? Yeah, during this next encounter, it feels like you'll be more serious. I mean, take that message, especially if that's just who you are, if you're just like a serious person in general, like regardless of how you may feel on the inside, like maybe you just have a serious disposition. So yeah, please only take that if it makes sense. But for some of you, this message is more so about like during the next time you see them, it will feel like things are becoming more serious between the two of you. Subservient. Okay, so there is a message. I don't know if this is going to resonate, but for some of you, there is a message that during this next encounter, neither of you are going to be subservient. So, say for example, if in the past one of you has been like more catering to the other, or whatever, it just feels like there's more equality between the two of you the next time you see each other. But there is also, this energy of like balance, being equal, but also, what's that word I'm looking for? Being humble. Even even if you both are looking good, smelling good, getting a lot of attention, even if one of you plays up a little bit and, acts big headed, I know a lot of people who are humble who do that as well because they're just messing around. But there is this energy of humbleness between the two of you as well. So we also have extroverted. Yeah, it definitely feels like they're going to be quite extroverted the next time you see them. You may even be in that energy as well. I'm gonna have to say this does feel like more so like that energy though, as opposed to yours. So we also have progress, not perfection. So yeah, this next encounter with this person, it will feel like progress, like you both have made progress. Or it's like acknowledging one or the both of you's progress, whether that be, in terms of career, in terms of another achievement, maybe even in terms of your connection. But yeah, there is this energy of moving forward. And there's also this realization that's happening, and this does feel like it is more so on your side, but realizing that you shouldn't have to compare yourself, or you should never have compared yourself or judged yourself in comparison to other people. It just feels like there'll be a realization that all of that was unnecessary, like comparing yourself. Yeah, it feels like you would have learned a lesson about yourself during this next time you see them. I mean, with the Knight of Wands and the Tower card coming out, this could be about this could be about being aggressive, um, or maybe not being aggressive, maybe being more chilled out, not jump into conclusions, maybe. But yeah, it does feel like there is a lesson learned. So we have cell phone, polish your communication skills. So during this next encounter, it does feel like you both are going to be communicating a lot better. I'll turn that off. Okay. We also have determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. So it feels like during this next encounter, you both could get to talking about your goals, your plans, things that you're very determined towards, whether this again be in terms of the connection you have with them or in terms of, personal stuff that you could be after, whether it be, separately or together. So yeah, it feels like the vibe is just going to be very, it just works. It just adds up, like the next time you see this person, it feels like the connection that you both have is going to be very strong, whether this is friendship, whether this is romantic. It feels like your connection is going to be going from, strength to strength. In tune, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. You guys are going to feel very in tune with one another as well. Okay, so that's very nice. The star card came out towards the end. So it feels like during this next encounter, you both could start, get to talking about trauma, maybe stuff that you've. This feels like a mutual conversation, like both of you, sharing stuff with one another. But it feels like there's this element of healing. So whether you guys are healing through talking to one another, or it's like, okay, I can talk about this trauma because it's something that I'm currently healing from. So yeah. Okay, so something this person says will leave you speechless. It was then clarified by the Lover's card. So this person could confess something to you. They could end up saying something to you that leaves you a bit speechless. Um, it feels positive though. Is it positive? Yeah, it feels positive. Again, it feels progressive, like maybe something they say, even though it leaves you a bit speechless, it does help you both move forward in some way? So please only take this if it resonates. But for some of you here, this person may tell you, they may confess to you that their family doesn't approve. This could be this could be about something else. Like it doesn't have to be about you. But it feels like they will talk about their family's disapproval or something else about their family. But there's also this element of like, I don't care, or I'm detaching from that, or I'm not going to let my family influence me. So again, it could be about your connection. It could be about something else. It could just be, something they end up talking about with you. So we have, I wish I had said something sooner. So this could be actually what leaves you speechless. They may say something to you that they feel they should have said to you, way in the past, like ages ago. And the fact that they've said it to you now will leave you speechless, okay? So, yeah, so it could be something that I've been holding in for quite some time. So yeah, during this next meeting, there will be no drama. It feels like you both will, either one or both of you will, express how much you dislike drama and how much you maybe try to avoid it in your lives. And it feels like there's understanding there. So during this next encounter, they may also tell you that they have been manipulated in some way. Again, this could be by their family, unfortunately, but they will share this with you. And with the Ten of Wands and the Tower coming out, they could express how much it's either messed them up or how much it's been a burden to them. And this may actually be in regards to your relationship as well, but please take what makes sense for you. Yeah, it feels like it doesn't feel like if you both are really curious about one another, especially like on a deep level, it feels like during this next encounter, um, it doesn't feel like your curiosity will be like settled. It feels like that curiosity is still going to be there, coming from both sides. But it does feel like you guys will have asked each other more deeper questions, if that makes sense, and gotten to know each other in a deeper way. And finally, we have Dreamer. Yeah, it definitely feels like this next encounter is going to leave a big impact on both of you to the point where you may end up dreaming about this person. They may end up fantasizing about you, depending on who you're asking about. If any of you resonate with being a bit of a dreamer, maybe, yeah, a dreamer, it feels like they will, let me see. It feels like they will show you love for this, or they really appreciate this, or maybe it's just something that you guys can be open about with each other. Or maybe you guys end up discussing dreams and other, um, random stuff. But yeah, your next encounter with them, it feels really lovely, if I'm being honest, okay? But yeah, that is all I have. Two of Cups just wanted to jump out at the end as well. So yeah, that is all I have. I do hope it could resonate. I do hope it could make sense and be helpful, but I'm wishing you all the best, okay? Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the third group, this here citrine crystal, then this reading is for you. So what will your next encounter with them be like? Sorry, I got a bit distracted there for a second. Oh my god. Okay. All right, so we have Knight of Cups upright and we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So what will your next encounter with them be like? So it feels like during your next encounter with this person, they will be emotionally expressive. They will be romantic, or they will make a romantic gesture. It could be very subtle. It could be a small one. But it feels like overall they'll be super chill during this next encounter. the attraction between you both will grow as well, but it doesn't feel like anything significant will happen. It feels like they may ask you on a date. They will seem very inviting and they will seem very warm. You won't feel like they're chasing you though, you know? But you will feel like they like you and accept you. But it feels like they're going to be slightly reserved during this next meeting. It just feels like that they're not going to be giving much away, you know, but they'll be very nice. They may smile a lot. They will be emotionally available and sensitive towards you as well. They may comfort you, or would just feel very, or you'll just feel very comforted by their energy. It does feel like they are going to be in a cautious mood, in a cautious energy, or they feel like they should approach you with caution or just being careful, whether this be careful about what they say. Um, yeah, for whatever reason, they just feel like they should be cautious when it comes to you. Some of you here, you may even get the vibe that they want to move the connection forward or that your connection is moving forward. But there's definitely this energy of not getting too ahead of yourself um, when it comes to this person. So, yeah, they may be very connected to you in this next meeting because you may feel like they're almost reading your mind. So, you like to you, it will feel like you're very connected to them and they're very connected to you. For some of you, it's just that you're wearing your feelings on your face, which they will definitely pick up on. And if you get the feeling of taking the lead during this next encounter, you're being encouraged to, you know, to go for it. And it feels like they will definitely respect it. For some of you, this could be someone who likes to be led, who likes for people to maybe make the first move or to be more upfront. So yeah, if that's who you are naturally, or if that's something that you know feels right to you, you're definitely being encouraged to go for it. But yeah, it feels like during this next meeting, they won't be super forthcoming or super generous. This could be that they think it's too soon, so they will be holding back a little bit. For some of you, for someone here, this is definitely not for everyone, but for some of you here, they may abuse the power or authority they have over you, but only take that if it makes sense, you know, if this person even is in a position of power over you in the first place, you know? So, yeah, and for some of you, for the rest of you, this could be more so about this person wanting things to be on their terms. But for some of you, you may end up feeling not appreciated or valued. Not saying your feelings aren't valid, but try not to take it personally. It could just be that this person takes longer to open up. They take longer to warm up. Yeah, with the Four of Cups and the Hermit being here, it could take them longer to feel emotionally connected to someone. So they could hold back a little bit, but some of you could definitely maybe take it personally or feel like they aren't appreciating you, or maybe even valuing your time, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, where were we? How much cards is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, anyways, what am I doing? So your next encounter with them, it could end up feeling quite formal. It doesn't feel like they'll be super formal in like a super formal energy, but the energy of the whole connection. I mean, the next meeting could feel quite formal. So there is this message of them maybe wanting to be politically correct the next time they see you. So please only take that again if it makes sense. I mean, if you're someone who, likes to discuss politics, it feels like they will, engage with you, but they won't want to say anything that annoys you or annoys them, so yeah. So please only take that if it makes sense. And we also have reserved. They all quite have that same energy about them, these cards, don't they? Yeah, it definitely feels like they're going to be more reserved. It feels like your next encounter with them, it will change your perspective on them in a positive way. I mean, this change of perspective could be in terms of work ethic. Okay, anyway, so spread your wings and fly. So during this next encounter, you could end up traveling together. I mean, this could be, in a car, like it doesn't have to be traveling across, like it could be traveling 10 minutes. It could be walking with one another, it could be driving with one another, taking a train with one another. But yeah, there is this element of you guys traveling with each other. And I'm also getting a message that if you guys are out and about and traveling and, just kind of not staying in one place, then that could be adding to their reservedness. Okay. Do you have more from this card? But yeah, it feels like you'll feel like you know this person a bit more during this next time you see each other. For some of you, your next encounter with this person could be at work, at your work, or at their work, or on someone's like lunch break, for example. So there could be a bit of a lunch date going on between you and this person. We also have do not feel frustrated, let go, and feel peaceful. Oh, okay. So there is this message for some of you that if you're kind of, I don't know, if you're having like a tough day, or if you're just feeling a little bit, with clear with the negativity here, if you're feeling a little bit negative or just a bit of a dark cloud is following you, if you're just not in the best mood, feeling frustrated, it feels like your next encounter with this person actually helps you let go of all of that and just feel a little bit free, feel a bit happier as well. So it definitely feels like this next encounter is gonna impact you in a positive way where it just kind of lifts your spirits a little bit. Okay, so we have I cry sometimes. Oh. Okay, so during this next encounter, you may open up to this person emotionally. They may not do good in situations like this for some of you. So if they do act a bit awkward, I don't feel like it has anything to do with you. It just has to do with emotions and maybe people being super vulnerable around them. But it does feel like they'll make you feel comfortable and they won't like be judgy or anything like that. But they may act a bit uncomfortable though, if that makes sense. Like they may act a bit awkward, but it's not their intention, you know? Yeah, it feels like they'll be quite affectionate towards you during this next encounter as well. Okay, so that was clarified by the Seven of Wands. For some of you, this does feel like an outside energy because it doesn't feel like it's coming from them. It doesn't feel like it's coming from you. So during this next encounter, you could unfortunately find that you are met with bitter people or people who maybe don't like seeing the two of you together, people who are just a bit jealous, to be honest. You're definitely being encouraged to ignore it. Mhm. So during this next encounter, it feels like you're both trying to figure each other out. We have boring. So I don't feel like this next encounter will be boring, but I do feel like it will be super chill. You know, it's not going to be chaotic. It's just going to be really low key, really nice, really comfortable. And you know when they say like when you are able to enjoy silence with someone, or do you know how it's like parallel play? I don't know what the adult term of that is. But yeah, there is that energy of you guys just maybe feeling really comfortable around each other that you don't really feel the need to fill the silences with, you know, awkward small talk, you know, stuff like that. So yeah. So we have selfish and we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse as well. So yeah, it doesn't feel like they'll be super generous the next time you see them. Like there is this energy of you both being focused on yourself, but again, enjoying each other's company together. For some of you, this selfish energy is actually more so coming from your side. So if it resonates, you know, please take that or don't. I don't know. But yeah, like try to keep this, like obviously keep yourself in mind, but if you know that you're someone that who can maybe get carried away with thinking about yourself and not thinking about other people, you're definitely being encouraged to be more aware and discerning about that during your next encounter with this person. Because they could, for some of you, obviously they could come to the conclusion, you know, regardless of whether it's true or not, that you are selfish because of something that happens during this next encounter. And this doesn't feel like a huge deal, or anything like that. It could just be, you know, very small gestures and stuff. But yeah. So if that resonates for you, please just be discerning about that if you want to, of course. So during this next encounter, there could definitely be some sexy energy going on between you and this person, but please only take that if you're asking about that type of connection. But yeah. Yeah, it feels like, again, depending on who you're asking about, it definitely feels like the sexy energy and these fantasies are coming from both sides of the table. All right. And finally, we have, how is it possible to have a connection so strong with a person I barely know? So yeah, there is this. Again, depending on who you're asking about, there is this energy of, okay, maybe I don't know this person so well, but it feels like this person will be really good at reading you. So it'll be like, holy shit, it feels like I've known you for quite a long time. It could be the other way around, but I do feel like it's more them towards you because they are coming across as more reserved. So you'll definitely maybe feel like, how does this person know me? Or, how did they know that? Because it definitely feels like they're going to feel intuitively connected to you, or they'll just, find it really easy to read you and, stuff like that. So you may definitely get the impression that uh, you have a very strong connection with this person. They'll feel like, yeah. Anyways, do you have more from this card? Anyways, so there could be another message in this card. So, please again take what resonates for you. But yeah, that is all I have for this group. I hope it could make sense, be helpful, and I'm wishing you the best. Okay, take care. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the fourth group, this here peacock or, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what will your next encounter, your next meeting with them be like? So we have King of Swords upright, and we also have the Five of Pentacles upright. Sorry, just clarifying a few things. Right, so what will your next encounter meeting with them be like? It feels like this next encounter, this next meeting, they will be more on the reserved side the next time you see each other. They may end up discussing something that is important to them with you, but you seem to be a bit disinterested for whatever reason. They will definitely pick up on this as well. Um, you may discuss something serious with them too. It could be unrelated to what they're talking about. It could be related as well, but you may not want to hear what they have to say. You could have your reasons for that. But it feels like whatever the serious thing that you want to talk about is not what they want to talk about. And it feels like they could want you to be more emotional in energy about something specific, but it feels like you're going to be more serious and logical in energy as opposed to emotional. It's like they just don't want you to have your guard so high up. They may find you a tad bit intimidating during this next meeting as well. But it definitely feels like you could be more concerned with them taking you seriously, and you keeping your wits about yourself, being mature and maybe even professional, depending on who you're asking about. But it feels like you're the one who will be quite detached during this next meeting. But yeah, there is this energy of this person not taking you seriously the next time you see each other. And it feels like you very much intend to be taken seriously. And it just feels like they're not really, taking it all that seriously. But again, like they will feel very positively towards you, but you may not feel the same. It feels like they will even, contact you after that meeting to talk to you, but again, not about anything specific. Like, say, for example, you have something important, specific you want to talk to me about, and I'm just, like, how's the weather? It's like, so it does feel like there is this energy of avoidance a little bit from their side, especially when it comes to maybe what you want to get off of your chest. So yeah. Yeah, it just feels like they are walking away from your next meeting feeling very happy, but you not so much. And I don't know in what way this is talking about, but they'll be quite independent during this next meeting, whatever that could mean. For some of you, this could just mean that you both will have privacy, and they'll be maybe trying to act more mature. But it feels like you're definitely showing more integrity during this next meeting, discernment and wisdom. And it feels like you being quite intimidating, you being very discerning, it actually turns them on a lot and it's very attractive and sexy to them. So, yeah. But yeah, it feels like they will truly admire your strength during this next meeting. It feels like you both will be, very respectful of one another to a certain degree as well. But it feels like the conversational aspect won't satisfy either of you. It feels like you both won't get the clarity that you were hoping for or needed. So some things will definitely still feel up in the air. And this message isn't for everyone, it could just be for one person, but there could be like, it's like you both will be talking about who has it worse or who had it worse. But yeah, it feels like you both may decide to take a break from fighting just to put something on pause. Um, and someone may end up getting to talking about something difficult they have experienced or that they're currently experiencing. Yeah, it just feels like your next encounter may not be smooth sailing and it may be a bit difficult. And for some of you here, they will tell you something that makes you lack confidence in them. But yeah, it just feels like there won't be much progress between the two of you because either one or both of you are avoiding discussing something difficult. And there may unfortunately be a negative change in your connection. For some of you, finances will be an issue. Maybe someone maybe realizing the other is not financially stable, and that there may be a need to support them even now or in the future. And if this, if this is coming from them, I can see you like just not being okay with that. And for some of you, there could end up being a separation, a breakup, or just needing time and space to think. It just feels a bit challenging and struggling, like a struggle, unfortunately. But it feels like you guys could definitely get it together after this next meeting. Like it could be right after this next meeting. Like it could even be in the same day, for example, you know? So yeah. It does feel like there is a positive outcome that is due to be had. But again, it may not be primarily the next time you see them. It could be like an hour after you next see them, that type of thing. So, anyways. It feels like you both are going to be quite frank and blunt with each other. And again, this does feel like it is about something serious, but whether or not you guys are hearing each other out is the issue. It does feel like there's resentment there between the two of you during this next encounter as well, and it does feel like it's coming from both directions. So yeah, this next meeting between each other, it feels very chill. Like even though the energy could be quite heavy, it feels like it won't be super demanding. But again, this whole, I don't know, it does feel like something big is going to happen after your next meeting with this person, though. All right, so we have unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. It feels like there is an element of giving up. This doesn't have to be a negative, doesn't have to be a positive, but should I do an example? It's like, say for example, you're worrying about something during this next encounter. It just feels like, oh, do you know what, fuck it, like there's no point of worrying about this situation anymore. And it could be pertaining to your connection with this person, or it could be about something else. This could be about getting through to them as well for some of you, or or you getting through to them, or them getting through to you. It just feels like, yeah, that someone's deciding maybe, yeah, to let something go a little bit. It doesn't feel like during this next encounter you guys will be, focused on finding solutions to whatever problems could be going on and healing. It does feel like after this next encounter, you guys may, I don't know, there could be clarity, there could be other things that happen which, kind of aids in finding, solutions that maybe work for the both of you. Okay? If that makes sense. So we also have shopping. Pay attention to what energizes you. So it does feel like this is coming from you. So yeah, I don't know which side this is coming from, but there is this energy of you both, or maybe one of you being quite discerning and paying attention to what energizes you. Is like, is this topic of conversation making me feel emotional, whatever? Is it making me feel angry? Is, being around you making me feel negative, or is it impacting me in a negative way? I don't know what this could be about. But it does feel like there is going to be more discernment when it comes to how certain things or how certain people are impacting you or them or the both of you energetically. Okay. And I feel like that is also tied into letting something go, because it's like, okay, this isn't working for me, or this isn't making me feel good. Let me just let it go. So for some of you, there could be an energy of that going on the next time you see each other. We also have return to joy. I'm so sorry, but again, there's this message about after your next meeting. Your next meeting may not go well, but it feels like after that, um, you guys will get a chance to return to a happier place. This does feel like together, as a team, or whatever you guys are together, friendship, whatever it may be. It does feel like there is a possibility of you guys, getting on the same page after the next time you see each other. So for some of you, this could be separately, but actually, it's a bit of both that's coming through, like equally. That makes sense. But yeah, anyways. So we have here, I'm done. Yeah, it's like during this next encounter, it's like you both are saying you're done to something, clarified by the Five of Swords. I mean, this could be done with arguing, this could be done with a conflict. This could be with the High Priestess here, it could be done being reserved or done keeping certain things to yourself, not getting honesty or not being honest. But yeah, it does feel like certain things that aren't working, people, you, they, both of you are saying, okay, I'm done with this, like, let's let it go. Yeah, so there is this energy also of someone, is it both of you? It feels like, again, it does feel like it's both of you releasing some type of burden as well. So we also have, I want you to trust me enough to let your guard down around me. So yeah, during this next meeting, it does feel like you both are going to be somewhat guarded, but at the same time, you and they are both thinking, okay, I wish this person would just like not be so guarded when it comes to me. So it's like almost like you guys are mirroring each other a little bit. It feels like during this next meeting, or again after this next meeting, someone could be letting their guard down. So we also have, I'm not financially stable, and we do have the Five of Pentacles over there. So during this next encounter, someone could admit, or it could be a conversation that happens where someone, opens up about not being financially stable. Maybe not feeling like they have financial opportunities as well. And there is, depending on which way this is coming from, there is an energy of wanting to help this person or them helping you. It does feel like more so like about you helping them. Anyways, but whether or not you should help them, So we also have you need to let this go. It's actually crazy to me because I don't look at these cards before I put them out on the table, and just how the messages line up sometimes, it kind of freaks me out to this day. And I've been reading for such a long time, but it still freaks me out. Anyway, um, your next encounter with this person. Yeah, there is this mutual energy of you both kind of saying, but again, I don't know if you guys will be completely vocal about this the next time you see them, because there is this energy of you both not wanting to hear each other out. So again, it could be like, when things calm down, or when you guys are both alone, when you both are able to kind of communicate properly, it does feel like you both will be mutually deciding to let go of something. And this doesn't feel like it's about your connection. It does feel like it's about something that you both could be experiencing, or it just feels like it's not pertaining, like letting each other go, basically. It feels like it's about something more specific. I can't even fucking say it. More specific than that. Anyways, so we have I can't escape you. I see you in my dreams. I wake up craving your touch. So during this next encounter, there will be attraction between the two of you as well. We also have, is it bad that I've never made love? So for some of you here, there could be someone admitting, being vocal about not having been in love before. Well, it feels like when someone does end up discussing their feelings, because it does feel like there's such a logical energy happening at the start of this next encounter. But it does feel like this energy, like someone admitting that they haven't been in love or what have you, could definitely kind of soften things up a little bit between the two of you. So we have Will You Wait For Me, clarified by the Bloody Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, for some of you guys, this person may ask you to wait for them this next time you see them. Or it's like just bear with me. It does feel like it's more so about waiting though. So we have I'm not financially stable, and we have financially stable. This does feel like it's more so about your energy though. It feels like you're going to be feeling more financially stable than them the next time you see them. And it feels like you're going to be in a very generous energy when it comes to them. I mean, this could be, during your next encounter, or again after the next encounter. And finally, we have Meh. It feels like, I don't know, but it feels like during this next meeting, there is this energy of disinterest. I don't know who it's coming from. It could be coming from you, it could be coming from them. But it does feel like after this next meeting, there is more emotional openness that happens between the two of you. So yeah, that is all I have though. I do hope it can make sense. I do hope it can be helpful and resonate, but I'm wishing you the best, all right? Take care.